Hello again, traveler. Come in out of the wide dark. There is room in the boat, and the blanket on the bench is thick lambswool, still warm as if someone kind had just folded it for you. The day is finished. You do not have to go back and check it. I walked through it myself, room by room, and turned off every light that needed turning off. It is done, and it ended well enough, and now it belongs to yesterday. Breathe in slowly, the way you would breathe near the sea at night, tasting the cool air without hurrying it. And breathe out longer, letting the breath carry the weight off your shoulders the way water carries a leaf. Once more, gentler still. In and out. Good. That is all the work you will do tonight. Far from any map, there is a sea with no bottom and no shore. It is not made of water, but of slow silver cloud, deep as sleep itself, and it rocks in the night wind with a sound like distant linen shaken once and laid flat. Scattered across this sea float small islands, each no bigger than a garden, each drifting at anchor like a moored boat. Grass grows on them, and crooked pear trees, and little houses with round windows, all of them dark now, all of them sleeping. And across this cloud sea, every evening, rows the Lamplighter. His name is Elior. He is old in the way that oak tables are old, worn smooth, entirely trustworthy. His rowboat is called the Wick, and it smells of cedar and match smoke and rain. He rows without hurry, because hurry, he says, frightens the dark, and the dark out here is a shy and harmless animal that only wants to lie down around the islands and rest. You are in the boat with him tonight. You have the bench by the stern, the lambswool blanket over your knees, and nothing at all to do. That last part is important. Elior asked nothing of you when you climbed aboard. He only nodded, as if you had always ridden with him, and pushed off from the jetty with one slow lean of the oar. The first lamp stands at the end of that jetty, on a pole of black iron curled like a fern. Elior ships the oars, takes a resin match from the tin in his coat, and strikes it against the sole of his boot. The little flame snaps once, steadies, and he cups it into the lantern's glass heart. The light that blooms there is amber, soft-edged, the color of honey held up to a candle. It does not glare. It breathes. And the dark around it does not run away. It simply lies down like a dog by a stove and settles. One says Elior, not to you, not to anyone, just counting. The boat slides on. Under the hull, the cloud sea shifts and sighs. If you trail your fingers over the gunwale, you can feel the cool mist part around them, soft as the fur of some enormous, patient creature. The boat rocks the smallest amount, a slow lullaby rhythm, tilt and return, tilt and return, and your body has already begun to trust it. You can feel that trust in your hands first. They have gone heavy and warm on the blanket, and they do not want to move, and they do not have to. The second island carries a pear orchard, 7 trees asleep in a ring. Their lamp hangs from the lowest branch of the oldest tree, and Elior lights it the same way, resin match, small snap, amber bloom. The pears glow faintly from within when the light touches them, like paper lanterns at the end of a festival, and one falls unhurried into the deep grass, where it will be someone's sweetness tomorrow. 2, says Elior. The boat slides on. Listen to what there is to hear. The creak of the oarlocks, slow as a rocking chair. The whisper of cloud against cedar. Somewhere behind you, so far away it might be another year entirely, a night bird saying one round note and being satisfied with it. There is nothing in any of these sounds that asks you for anything. Every sound out here has already been answered. The third island holds a very small library, 1 room, 100 books, and a brass bell by the door that has not been rung in years, because no one on the cloud sea has ever been in that much of a hurry. The lamp here sits in the library window, and when Elior lights it, the amber glow falls across the spines of the sleeping books, and every title looks, for a moment, like the beginning of a dream. 3, says Elior. He looks back at you, and his eyes crease kindly, checking that your blanket is still tucked. It is. The boat slides on. Breathe in again, slowly, and notice how the air has changed. It smells of resin and cold linen, and faintly of rain that fell somewhere else, on someone else's roof, a long time ago. Breathe out longer and let your jaw be soft, and your tongue rest low, and the small muscles around your eyes give up their last, unnecessary vigilance. They have watched enough for one day. They did well. They are finished now. The fourth island belongs to the weavers, though they have long since gone to bed. Their looms stand in an open shed, threaded with half-made cloth the color of dusk, and over the crossbeam someone has left a shawl, forgotten or perhaps deliberately, for the night to wear. The lamp hangs above the looms, and its amber light moves gently along the threads, as if counting them the way a hand strokes a cat, not to number them, only to be near them. 4, says Elior. The boat slides on. He tells you in his unhurried voice why the lamps are lit at all. Not for working, he says. Nobody works at night on the cloud sea. Not for warding anything off, because there is nothing out here that needs warding. The lamps are lit for the dreamers down below, deep under the silver cloud, in whatever warm rooms they sleep in. A dream, he says, is a wide, dark sea of its own, and a dreamer setting out across it likes to see a few small lights along the way. Not many, just enough to say, "This way is safe. Keep drifting. You are expected." The fifth island has a clock tower no taller than a lighthouse's little sister, and the clock stopped long ago at some perfectly acceptable hour, and no one has wished to fix it. Time on the cloud sea lies down at night like everything else. Elior lights the lamp at the tower's foot. 5, he says, and the stopped clock keeps its old hour faithfully, the way a bookmark keeps a page. Look up now, one last time before your eyes grow too heavy for looking. The Milky Way is out in its full width tonight. A river of 10,000 quiet fires poured across a sky of deep teal blue, and beneath the boat, the cloud sea holds a blurred, silver copy of it, so that you are floating between two skies, rocked by both. None of those stars is keeping score. None of them knows what day of the week it is. They are only burning slowly, the way you are only breathing. The sixth island is the smallest of all. Moss, one flat stone, one wooden bench, and nothing else. Its lamp is a squat little lantern that Elior sets on the stone, lights, and pats once, like an old friend's shoulder. 6, he says. Then he sits down on the bench for a moment, because it is his custom, and pours dark, sweet tea from a dented thermos into 2 cups that do not match, and one of them is for you. You hold the warm cup in both hands. You do not have to drink it. The warmth soaking into your palms is the whole gift. Elior says nothing, and you say nothing, and the 2 silences sit together on the bench like neighbors who have known each other for 40 years. The steam rises and unravels among the stars. Your eyelids are lowering now on their own schedule, slow as the tide, and that is exactly right. The 7th lamp is the last, and it hangs by the door of Elior's own cabin, on his own small island, where a bed with a deep quilt has been waiting for him since morning. He lights it 7, and then he does a thing he does every night. He reaches into the lantern and turns the little brass wheel, and the amber flame bows down low until it is just a breath of gold. Enough light to find your way into a dream, he says. Never so much that it keeps you from one. From here, if your eyes were open, you would see all 7 lamps strung across the dark cloud sea like a necklace of warm amber beads, each one saying the same thing in its small, steady voice. Safe, this way, keep drifting. You are expected. But your eyes need not be open. The lamps do not require watching. They will burn just as faithfully inside your closing eyes. And below the silver sea, the dreamers are already following them out, one by one, into their own kind nights. There are no more lamps to light, There is nothing left undone anywhere on this sea. The boat rocks you, tilt and return, tilt and return, and Elior takes up the oars for the slow row home, and the oarlocks creak their rocking chair rhythm, and none of it needs you. The story will go on without you now, softly, the way a fire goes on glowing after the room is asleep. So let go of the night's last thread, traveler. The lamplighter has the watch. The lamps are lit. The tea was warm. The dark has lain down all around you like a tired, gentle animal. Sleep now. You are expected.